Peter will be coming to the Independence Square of Ghana on a very sensitive day like the 7th of January to address the youth of this country. A young man by Professor Lumumba coming to Ghana, most especially Julius Malema coming to Ghana, Dr. Arikana coming to Ghana. I think these are the Nkrumahs of Africa. Our Ghanaian Nkrumah is gone, but these are the Nkrumahs of other countries. Today they are in here to speak to the youth. We get here and we realize that the program is cancelled. We were invited as student leaders of this country. All mother unions of this student of Ghana here were invited. The University Student Association are invited. Member institutions are invited. The National Union of Ghana Students is invited. People have moved from Navrango, people have moved from our student leaders to listen to these great people. We get here and we are told that the program is cancelled. Why? What are they going back home to speak about Africa? I know definitely Lumumba is going to speak on media. We will listen to Lumumba. I am sad. I don't know what is the reason behind, but we are sad. We are bitter. We are pained. It is very sad.
What cue should the African youth take from this?
Jacob Freedom Caesar Dudona a friend Cheddar. In recent time, a lot of people a friend settings a man was disgraced or trendy together with new force on the internet. Now disgrace no ni say or organize a massive show be a lot of youth were interested in attending. Now show no just a security officials a stormy venue here Independence Square ST say order from above say they shouldn't host this particular program. Now program no flyer and I just say a screen is so program no a title the convention that is igniting the voices of Africa, just as you can see on the screen. Anke was also January 7th 2024 5 o'clock p.m. exactly Independence Square. I almost set up the venue for this particular program. I just say security officials stormy hall. Now guest speakers Peter Obi, presidential aspirant Nigeria. The next one Julius Malema or you be South Africa say asemketo massive following or fighting for change of governance South Africa. The next one na PLO Lunumba Ofri Kenya, as well as Dr. Arikana from Zimbabwe. They are noted for speaking publicly and rebuking bad governance. They call for change in Africa and countries within Africa. Enti we any story be a training now. Oko social media so bon say the venue were locked. The people who wanted to attend, security officials binum say Emma Omunkum, just as you can see on the screen. A lot of people say their right to association among others have been infringed. Notwithstanding, some people believe it was strictly based on security reasons and not anything political. Right after said they couldn't host this particular program, Omuko hold the press conference. The likes of Peter Obi as well as Dr. Arikana, any PLO Lunumba Munyina Ekasaye, sending strong warning to officials of Ghana. Muma could see that particular press statement or Muma after say Cheddar, the host, was disgraced. Yeba Yebetuamusu.
Together, we can take our Africa in a new direction. That is what we came here to do. And that is what New Africa Foundation has asked us to do. We do know that our leaders cannot lead us on their own. They need all of us. So the message that we were going to deliver to our youth today was the message of hope, the message of resilience, and the message that says the Africa we want can only be built by us for us. And for us to succeed at doing so, we must be united. That the African youth are Africa's future. Without them, there is no future for Africa. And as elders, we have a responsibility to share with them the truth and nothing but the truth. That is the message that we came here to deliver. That is what New Africa Foundation had requested us to do. We may not be at the convention center, but we intend to continue to preach the gospel of truth
Vimbas.
until we reach the promised land. I have no doubt in my mind that we will get there. Because Africa, the Africans, the people I like to describe as the beautiful, intelligent, sophisticated, highly adaptable, and totally indestructible human beings, the mothers and fathers of humanity, we will get to the promised land. Woo! And that's why we're here.
Thank you, Mama Africa, Dr. Arikana, for leading the way. The most objective, fearless, and decisive mother we have known in Africa. Before we get to Prof, I'd like to go to your right. Prof, right? Okay, let's have Prof respond to this, and then we can move to your right. Professor Bio.
Thank you very much. My good sister, Dr. Arikana, has spoken for me, and I believe for all of us. We came here to Accra, Ghana, to share our message. The message of hope. The message that Africa needs at this time. And there is no better place in the continent of Africa to begin that message than Accra, Ghana. It is in this Accra, Ghana that the Osage for Kwame Nkrumah, almost 67 years ago, spoke to the world and told the world that the independence of Ghana meant nothing if the continent of Africa was not free. 67 years later, we were congregating here in Accra, in the very same place where the founding fathers and mothers of Ghana congregated to share the message of hope. Invited as we were by the New Africa Foundation, with one single instruction that we have lamented for too long, agonized for too long, and the time is now to organize. That is the innocent message that we came here to deliver. And in a manner totally inexplicable to us, we are not at that venue. But is it not the wise to say, when the world serves you a lemon, ask not for an orange, make yourself lemonade. We are here therefore to say that the message will be alive and well. And you who are here, young and old, you are the conduit via which we are now telling the world that the journey of hope continues apace, not only within the continent of Africa, which is the mother continent, but to Africans in the diaspora. I have no doubt in my mind that there is a conspiracy of sorts by the elements that it happened the way it has happened. So this is not an occasion for lamentation. It is an occasion for redoubling our efforts. And our presence here in Accra, Ghana, my good friend, Honorable Obi, my dear sister, Dr. Arikana Kwadwo. This is the occasion for which the English word serendipity was created. It is a serendipitous occasion that heralds a great future for the continent of Africa. So that looking forward A meeting such as this will happen not only here in Accra, Ghana, but I look forward to a meeting such as this taking place in Ouagadougou, in Burkina, taking place in Dakar, in Senegal, in Nairobi, in Kenya, in Johannesburg, in South Africa, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, because this is about the continent of Africa. And we say this at a time when we know that Africa has promised to herself that we are going to make more intimate our interaction. This is why the Africa Continental Free Trade Area is headquartered here in Accra, Ghana. This Accra, Ghana is where
Thank you. With such clarity and courage, Professor Kwadwo understands both the context and the concept, and it's upon the heritage of people like this that the new Africa will definitely be born, no doubt. Before we go to the question, I want to...
But it's your question. How is it for comment? Let me start by thanking the New Africa Foundation for their invitation and organizing this event. Like previous speakers have said, we might not be at the convention, but that will not stop the conversation. We only shifted venue, so the conversation continues. We're in Ghana to start the conversation about Africa. Africa for too long has suffered, and everybody knows the reason why Africa has suffered. People can try to present it in different ways. The Prom speaks about it every day. Africa has been going through what it's going through because of what I always say, it is due to one problem: leadership. It is failed leadership over the years that brought Africa where it is. I want to start a conversation because of what Dr. Africa has said, talking to the youth of Africa. No continent in the world today has the potential of Africa. Not one. We are the second largest in terms of population and size, but our potential is far greater than even number one, because today Africa is the only continent that has a population of 1.1 billion youths, energetic, talented, ready to lead the world in different areas of the world. Africa is home to the biggest, highest amount of natural resources, from minerals to, we have 65% today of the world uncultivated arable land. So imagine what we can do. We can feed the world, we can do everything. But ironically, because of what I started with, failed leadership over the years, Africa is also home to the highest number of poor people. Out of the 700 million people in extreme poverty, 431 million live in Africa. Over 30% of our population. If you go to multidimensional poverty,
so that was what actually transpired and the Independence Square Accra Enyasem Ketu Accra. Why do you check concerning this? Do you think it is fair or not? Especially looking at the fact recently and a spokesperson for the new force got deported after Omufesi a bit of legal issue just a 4G document to attain a residency in Ghana. end this particular issue AC the government and as some security officials saying say order from above says they shouldn't host this conference and this event from the camp of Cheddar. For our drink your comment section na ene first time or video na unyan subscribe ya yes subscribe na turn notification on. Vim Buzz TV.